Imagine you're having a completely normal day. You're scrolling through your phone, maybe waiting for a text from a friend or an email from work. Then your screen glitches. A new message appears. But the sender isn't a person you know. It's you. And the message is short, cryptic, and terrifying. It's a warning about something that's coming. Something you can't escape. What would you do? How would you react? Would you believe it? Or would you dismiss it as a prank, a glitch in the system? And what if, as you read the message, you felt a deep, undeniable certainty in your gut that it was real? This isn't just a science fiction story. It's a thought experiment that rips apart our understanding of time, free will, and the very nature of our choices. Today, we're going to follow this message down the rabbit hole. We'll break down what happens when your future self sends you a warning, from the immediate, paralyzing dread to the profound, species-altering consequences. The first thing you'd feel is a cold, sharp spike of terror. Your brain, in its attempt to rationalize, would try to dismiss it. But the message isn't just text. It's accompanied by a strange, almost physical sensation, a resonance. You feel a connection to it, as if the words themselves are imprinted on your very being. The message is brief and to the point. Don't get on flight 702. Don't. Or, he doesn't mean it. He will betray you. Or something even more cryptic and chilling. The end is a beginning. But the most terrifying part of the message is a detail only you could know. A small, intimate secret. It's the verification that this is you, from a future you can't even fathom. This is the moment your life splits. Before the message, you were on a simple, linear path. After the message, you are a part of a terrifying feedback loop. You are the subject of your own history. Every choice you make from this point on is not just your own. It's an echo of a choice you've already made in a future the already lived. You might try to find the origin of the message, but it's untraceable. It's not from a server or a known network. It seems to have appeared out of thin air, a tear in the fabric of reality itself. This is where the panic truly sets in. You have a warning, but no context, and the message is clear. The threat is something you can't escape. But what does that even mean? Is it a physical threat, a social one, or something much, much worse? But what if you try to change the future? What if you try to defy the message? Your first instinct would be to fight. You would try to change your future. If the message warned you about a car crash, you'd simply stay home. If it warned you about a person, you would avoid them completely. But the universe, it seems, has a way of correcting itself. You cancel your flight, only to find out you've been double booked on a different flight, the exact same flight you were warned about. You avoid a specific friend, only for an emergency to make it so that you must confront them. The future is a river, and no matter how much you struggle against the current, you are pulled back to your destined course. Every attempt to change your fate would only reinforce the horrifying truth. The message isn't a warning to help you escape, it's a foregone conclusion. It's a timestamp on an event that is already destined to happen. The warning isn't to save you, it's to tell you that you are a prisoner of time. This would create a profound emotional and psychological collapse. The concept of free will, the very foundation of your existence, would be revealed as a lie. You are not the master of your destiny. You are a puppet on strings you can't see, controlled by a puppet master you can't escape. This isn't just a simple feeling of being stuck, it's a total, soul-crushing loss of agency. The relationships in your life would also be shattered. If a loved one is part of the future you're warned about, how can you look at them the same way? Are they a real person with their own choices, or a character in your personal story, a part of a fixed destiny? But what if this happens to more than just you? What if the message isn't just for one person, but for all of humanity? If everyone received a similar message, a warning they could not escape, what would happen to the world? If billions of people suddenly received a message from their future selves, the world would instantly descend into chaos. The messages wouldn't be identical, but they would all share a common theme, a terrifying, unchangeable future. The global economy, built on the illusion of progress and free markets, would instantly collapse. The messages would warn of economic downturns, market crashes, or social upheavals. People would try to pull their money, to change their investments, but their future selves would have already foreseen and warned them. Every attempt to change the market would only make it worse. Science would be rendered moot. The idea of discovery, of pushing the boundaries of what is possible, would be a farce. Our future selves would have already seen the outcome of our experiments, the result of our research. The messages would confirm our greatest discoveries and our most spectacular failures. Why bother inventing a new technology if your future self has already told you it will fail? Art and creativity would lose all meaning. A painter could try to paint a masterpiece, but their future self would tell them, "You will abandon this project for a greater one in 2 weeks." A writer would be told, "Your book will never be published." All of human creation, which we believe is the product of our free will and inspiration, would be revealed as a series of steps in a pre-written story. The ultimate consequence of this is the death of hope, the belief that tomorrow can be better than today, that our choices matter, that we can change the world. It would all be gone. We would be living in a waking nightmare, a world with a predetermined end. But why would our future selves do this? What is the point of a warning if you can't change a thing? The answer is more chilling than you could ever imagine. The message isn't for you. It's for the person who is sending it. The reason the message is unchangeable is because it has already been sent. You are living in the past of your future self. The reason your future self sent the message wasn't to change the outcome. It was to complete a paradox. In the future, a version of you is experiencing the result of that warning. They are looking back at their past and remembering the moment they received the message. They are filled with a desperate, all-consuming need to understand what happened. So they send the message back in time, not to change the past, but to create it, to fulfill the loop. This means you are not living in a single timeline, but in a closed loop. The message isn't a single event. It's a continuous, unbreakable chain. Your future self sends the message, and your past self receives it. You become the message you receive. You live the story because it has already been written. The warning is not a choice. It is a fact. And this is where the true terror lies. Your future self isn't a wise, all-knowing being. They are you, but broken. They are a person who has lived through the inescapable event, and they are sending the message back not out of hope, but out of a cosmic existential grief. They are sending it because they have to. Because without them sending it, they would not have received it in the first place. This is the ultimate loss of control. You are not a player in the game of life. You are a character in a movie you've already watched, being forced to relive it. Your future self is just as much a prisoner as you are. But then, if our choices don't matter, what is the point of life itself? The point isn't to escape the future. The point is to find a new meaning within it. So let's come back to the present, back to this room, back to this moment. The idea of a message from our future self, a warning we can't escape, is more than just a chilling thought. It's a profound exploration of what we truly value. If we were told we couldn't change a single thing, would we stop living? Or would we start living in a way we never thought possible? Perhaps the message isn't about escaping a predetermined fate. Maybe it's a gift. A call to live more fully within the moment, to find meaning and purpose not in the future, but in the present. If your actions are already a part of a grand design, then maybe the only true freedom is to find joy in the journey, regardless of the destination. It challenges us to consider that maybe free will isn't about controlling the outcome, but about choosing how we respond to it. And maybe the true power of a warning isn't to change the future, but to change how we live in the present. So, if your phone buzzed with a message from your future self, a warning you couldn't escape, what would you do? Would you live in fear, or would you find a way to make peace with your destiny? Let me know in the comments below. If this video made you think, please give it a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it. And if you want to keep exploring the deepest questions about life and time, make sure to subscribe. Until next time, stay present.